Hey guys, it is Ben, aka the Fuse Box. This is the day of my birth. I don't know if you could tell from the look on my face, but I'm usually not super excited about birthdays. I used to be. Once you surpass the age of 30, I think you're just kind of hoping that the birthdays will start turning backwards. But yeah, I figured it'd be fun to try to do a stream, you know, satiate my ego, all that fun stuff. And so far we have got David Brink with us, but I was taking a while to get ready, so I don't know if he's at his computer at the moment. Oh, you are?
I
What's
am.
going on?
Yes. Happy fucking birthday, man.
Well, thank you. Yeah, for everybody out there, I was on Dave's channel yesterday, and we had a fun time talking about basically everything.
Yeah, man. Everything. And I saw you have now 500 subscribers. So it's like a double celebration thing.
I didn't know.
Yeah, man.
Oh Lord.
Check it out.
Good Lord. Well, yeah, we got 500 subscribers now. Shit.
Yeah. It's a 500 subscriber celebration / birthday stream.
Thank you, Jane. I've been trying to get Jane Theory on the channel for a while, but Jane is very famous, so I
She is?
understand.
Hello, Jane. Famous Jane.
And good old Pops,
Hey, Pops.
bless you, sir. So, do you keep up with Dragon Ball at all?
No. You were talking about it. You're this Dragon Ball buff, right? But I watched the cartoons a long time ago when they were on television, but I didn't really follow it.
I keep up with it. I can't
Yeah.
help it.
I know.
To me, it's the gold standard of like fighting animation.
Right. Yes.
And they came out with an issue of the manga yesterday that I'm not too pleased with.
Yes. They had some weird story choices, right?
Yeah, it's that I don't know if you remember Frieza, because
Yes.
he was a famous part of the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And like Frieza has been back for a while. He was wished back to life. And so basically he showed up in the final part of the last issue, and he has a new transformation. And he
Oh.
calls it Black Frieza.
Okay.
It's where it's Frieza, but he's black. And
Yes.
he had his chance to exact his revenge on the main two characters, Goku and Vegeta, because he literally one-punched them both. Like, they were both in this crazy new god forms that they have, and he literally beat them both with one punch, and he had the chance to kill them, but he goes, nah, I'll do it next time. Okay, bye.
But
And I was just like, wait, what?
why? What was the reasoning?
He didn't even give reasoning. He was just kind of like, well, I was here for another reason, so I'll just let y'all go for now. And
Okay.
it's like, he's been obsessing over revenge against Goku in particular for a long time. And he had his shot. He had a chance to kill him with no effort. He was like, yeah, no.
Seems like they gave the heroes a bit of plot armor there.
The worst kind.
Yeah.
Because they literally they broke the overall character development, because it's like that was his essential part of his character, is that he thinks he's the best. he hates Goku more than anybody because Goku was the only person to ever beat him. And he's been obsessively plotting to kill him for years. He had his moment, and he passed it up because the writers want to give Goku and Vegeta a chance to get stronger.
Yeah, that's really dumb. Really dumb, yeah.
It aggravated me.
Yeah, man. Especially if this is your favorite series, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like anime wise, it's my favorite. I feel like a lot of animes.
Oh, so how many characters are there, man? I know this video game. They have like I don't know, like 40 characters or something.
Yeah.
So
it's well, like with the main the main character is Goku. The fan favorite secondary character is Vegeta. And then you've got Goku's two sons, Gohan and Goten. You've got Vegeta's son, Trunks. You got Bulma, who is Vegeta's wife. You got Goku's wife, Chi-Chi.
Oh, you're going to list them all?
I'm trying to like...
This is a two-hour stream.
Exactly. Yes.
But what did you get for your birthday?
Not a hell of a lot just yet. I'm from what I'm like. I know there's like a couple of family members that have sent me some money. Oh, I'm always happy.
It's always good. Always good to get some money.
I need all the money I can get right now,
so you can buy more Dragon Ball books.
And hopefully fund Outlaw Nights issue number 2.
Oh yes, of course.
What's been going on with you?
Since the last time we spoke, not so much. I had a stream today, and I'm now hanging out with you. And in between, there was some downtime with the partner. Yeah. I try to give her some attention also. Sometimes.
You gotta.
Yeah.
Gotta find a way.
But yeah, eagerly waiting to finish my book, man. I'm becoming a little bit impatient now. It needs to be done. It needs to be finished.
I know that feeling.
Printed and shipped out.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I hadn't met you till yesterday, but I had heard of Perfect 10. So your reputation precedes you.
Well, the same thing goes with you. I heard of your book, but I never really paid much attention to it. But I heard of it, and now, of course, now I know you. And now the second issue is coming up, so I will get the first issue also.
Yes, indeed. I'm really excited. I'm also really impatient for that.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of like hurry up and wait, you know.
Yeah, man.
Especially like a few months ago, I quit my job. I was working at a restaurant, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I've been applying around, but it's been a lot harder at the moment because I have a few issues in my life I'm dealing with. So I've basically had to put production on hold.
Wow. Okay, so you had a job, and at one point you were like, I'm not going to do the dishes no more, or I'm not going to cook anymore, and you ran out?
I just, like it was getting to the point where like I was going into work just pissed off. Like permanently just pissed off, and I was like, I can't keep
That's
this
unhealthy.
up.
No. Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's quite a move, man. That's quite a decision to just get up and leave.
I stupidly thought I would be able to get a new job within like a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
So production's been on hold, and ultimately, like with my campaigns, like the artwork mostly gets funded from the actual fundraising itself. So the goal is a little steep. I think it's about like 6,500.
Right.
So that's why I've been promoting like crazy.
Yeah.
I've been harassing people all over Twitter.
Wait, but you're talking about because your campaign is not yet live, right?
Right.
So, oh, you mean you've been promoting your sign up page?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I want as many people knowing about it as possible before I launch.
And you were launching at Halloween, you said.
Yep.
Right. Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna host kind of a costume party on here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep it going as long as possible. I don't think I'll be able to do like a super long stream today, but that one's gonna be going like through the night.
So when is Halloween? October 11th, or?
I think the 31st.
Oh, the 31st October. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have it here, Halloween. So.
Really?
But I knew it was October. Yeah.
That's odd.
Yeah, it's an American celebration holiday thing, so we don't have it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, they are trying. They are trying to get it to import it to the Netherlands, but it's not really catching on. Sometimes you see these pumpkin things, but you don't really see children trick or treating here. It's not really catching on now.
That's wow. Of course, I grew up in New Orleans, and we have Mardi Gras every year. And when I was a kid, I thought Mardi Gras was like everybody did Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like, you know, like my cousins who live over like in Colorado now, and they lived in Texas for a while, and I was like, oh, like, don't y'all have Mardi Gras break? What? No. What are you talking about?
So Mardi Gras, that like carnival? What is it? Right. Okay.
It's almost, yeah, it's a lot like carnival in Brazil, except it's a lot smaller.
All right. Yes, we have the same here. We have also carnival more in the south. We have a very little country, a small country. In the south, carnival lasts like 10 days, and in the north, 0. They don't do anything. So yeah.
Damn.
It really depends where you're born.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. So let's see. What is your favorite comic series?
Oh, apart from my own, of course. Currently, I'm all out of favorite series. I used to collect Walking Dead and Invincible and Savage Dragon, but the first 2 series ended, and the Savage Dragon I quit because it got a bit silly. And as for favorites, there are some that I read multiple times, like the X-Men from Chris Claremont, for instance. Anything by John Byrne. I love anything by John Byrne, apart from his Angel series, because I don't care about Angel. Not the X-Men character, but there was this television show called Angel.
Yeah, I remember.
And John Byrne apparently made a comic book series from that, but that didn't interest me one bit. So yeah.
I was into The Walking Dead for a good while, the comic series, because I checked out the show first.
Okay, right, yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is interesting, and I learned, and I knew it was based on a comic, so I was like, let me check out the comic. and I really enjoyed the comic up until they introduced the character Princess.
Right.
I was like, yeah, no. Because
Right.
she had that. This was like the first time I encountered wokeness in like comics.
Right.
Was when her first line, or like one of her first few lines in the comic is, God, I'm glad that this group isn't just a bunch of white people. And I was like,
Right.
what?
I hope she dies. Yeah. Yeah.
I
In the
was
book,
just
like I hope she dies.
it just threw me off. I was like, it just felt so weird and disjointed. You know, it was
But
like,
you were pretty far into this series because she's one of the later characters.
yep.
So, yeah.
And it was around that time I was just like, that line just totally threw me off. It
Right,
felt
yes.
alien.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Robert Kirkman has a little bit of that. Yeah. Odin.
Oh, Lordy. Lola.
Lola, look at that avatar.
Oh,
Lola
that's her signature.
Right.
That's how you know she's been there.
Yeah, we won't forget.
But yeah, I really enjoyed Walking Dead, even though I was not impressed with the artwork.
Oh, you weren't?
It felt
I
very
thought-
bare bones.
Oh, really? I thought the artwork was really good in the sense that it really fits the story. And what I found especially well done was that every character looked different. And this book had like 50 characters or something. You could recognize all of them.
I can
And
see that.
with superhero books, you really don't. You recognize them because of their costumes, but all the faces are basically the same and the body
Yeah.
types. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, like if you think about it, Superman and Batman, Clark and Bruce, they look like they're the same guy almost.
Yeah. In the series, they even switched at one point. That I don't remember the circumstances, but there was this story where I think someone began to suspect that Bruce Wayne was Superman or was Batman. So Clark Kent at one point appears in the Batman suit to to dispel this suspicion.
Lordy. Oh, superheroes.
Silly people.
I was a casual reader of superhero comics. Like I didn't get into the major arcs and all that. Because I got into superhero comics for a while in my early 20s. A buddy of mine at work was like really into DC and Marvel, and he would bring his books to work, and when I was bored, he would let me read them. And so I checked out a few of the issues that were being done in the early 2000s.
Right.
And I was impressed with a few of them.
Right.
There were little tiny bits of politics being kind of slowly worked in, but it wasn't overwhelming.
Yes. By the way, man, you could perhaps put the StreamYard link in the chat and pin it so people can join.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'm super casual with my channel, for better or worse.
And still you got 500 subscribers, so you're doing something right.
You know, I mean, I've had this channel, God, it's been at least 2 years.
Oh, wow, that's a fast growth, man. So 2 years, and your channel is all about comics.
It's kind of a mishmash. Like I'll talk about whatever. I like to talk a bit about comics, but I mostly talk about like TV shows and video games that I love or I can't stand. It's always a combo. What is up, Rosetta?
Hello.
What's going on?
Hey, boy.
Hello, Eagle Rider.
Sorry I'm a bit late. This is crazy day, and it's actually the 4th celebration stream for different things I've been on today,
Oh my lord.
Wow.
including my friend Maki getting monetized.
I saw that.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that being posted in a group.
He is awesome. He is a sweetheart, and he is an amazing artist. So
all these people are doing celebration streams for my birthday. That's amazing.
nope.
I'm so glad I'm so popular.
See, this is when he gets delusional, and I have to smack his ego down, even though it's his birthday.
Yes, I am celebrating Christmas. Christmas, my birthday, Halloween. It's all the same day. So, you know. No, I've had that tree up since last Christmas.
Lazy
Yeah,
fucker. I mean,
I just decided, well, it looks good. I'm not going to take it
see,
down.
I put them up quite early in my house, but that's because I make and sell jewelry and ornaments. So, you know, when you make and sell that kind of stuff, about 7 to 8 months of the year is spent on Christmas sales. And so I put them up at the end of summer and basically just fill the trees with the stuff I'm selling to people as I post it.
Lordy, lordy. Have you two met before, by the way?
I have
No.
no idea at this point.
No.
Fuck all I know. I mean,
Dave is the creator of Perfect 10.
then we have a long time ago, actually. It remembers me. I don't know if he ever refollowed me when I lost my old account. I changed names on what I went
know
under.
the name Eagle Rider, yeah, but I don't think I ever talked to you like this.
You talked to me briefly when we were helping promote back when I was still going under Rosetta Allen, back when I started. Back when you were first doing your first Perfect 10.
You were Rosetta Allen.
Yeah, I still am. That's my name. I switched to this for a lot of spiritual reasons.
Right.
So
Okay, yes. Then we've met, yes.
it's been a while, so face might take a moment. I didn't remember you until he said which comic. So
Yes, yes.
I don't know if you have my new Twitter account since I lost the old one a couple of years ago or not.
I will check. That's Eagle, Eagle Rider.
Rose M Queen 1 is the @ handle for it.
All right.
Lola! Mwah! That's my sexy
Lola's-
chica.
Lola's been fighting the good fight. I mean, I can't believe how much crap she has to go through on Twitter.
What is it with, by the way, these people who are anti-fandom, anti-CG, herd stands, all them? The first thing they do is find every woman in the community and start harassing them with the most vulgar shit they can, while claiming that they're anti-sexist.
Because they consider you to be traitors to your gender.
Yeah, well, I got news for them. I was considered that ever since I turned on the feminists. I mean,
Yeah, you know, it's the narrative has to be intact, and if somebody defies the narrative,
then I must tear them down every time they try to touch me. I mean,
the branches have to be pruned. They have to be trimmed. We can't have dissent.
in other words, they want to keep me on the reservation.
Well, don't you know that genders are a monolith?
It's really weird. Like, genders are all this illusion. Until there's something political they want to push, try to use women for it. And then suddenly gender exists. Until the next time they want to claim gender doesn't exist again, or they want to attack women again.
Well,
It's really, really weird.
Well, you know, Bruce Banner he didn't go through anything. He's a man.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck that whiny ass fucking show. I mean, I don't like feminists very much. So that's the thing is, I kind of admitted it the other night. I was that man-hating feminist when I went into Job Corps, when I went into shop and did all that. And there was nothing they ever gave me except for pushing me to be more intolerant to people. They were the most hateful shrews that ever existed. And I was glad to leave them.
Yeah.
So, fuck them. I mean,
You know.
but not like I'm blunt or anything. This is me being subtle.
Yes.
So
Rosetta's
those little
very-
screw witches need to go fuck their brooms. I mean,
Rosetta's very, she holds back way too much. She's got to learn to be more open with her feelings.
Yeah. I think so too.
that is the funny thing. That was me for a long time, actually. I used to be so fucking bashful and shy and very much a doormat. And that doesn't exist
Lord.
anymore. Fuck that side of it, you know?
Well, I'm
boy.
getting the feeling that more people are becoming more outspoken because there's so much going on that you need to speak up against. And when people just want to be left alone, but when you push long enough and people
Well,
start to speak up.
And that's the thing that drives me insane is that, like I was talking to Ben before about all the crazy shit that's happening with actual civil rights issues being violated in Rapid City. And somehow everyone's silent about that unless they're trying to use it to push more division and racism. And meanwhile, I'm sitting here in the center going, fuck both sides. There's real issues going on. Fuck your feelings. Go cry, bitch, whine about your fifis. But we're going to fight the real fights. We're going to speak up against the real bigots. And I don't give a fuck which side you're on. If you're a bigot and a piece of shit, I'm going to call you out.
Exactly. Happy birthday, Ben.
And yes, happy birthday, Ben. And Ben knows I'm very, very opinionated and ranting. I'm also on my hormone therapy, so Ben's going to deal with me being a little moody.
It's part of the reason why I like having her on the show. It mixes it up.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm very, I don't like the things that Rosetta is against. Most of them I'm against. It's just I'm very docile about it.
I would define both of us, Ben, as we're mostly centrist with some right-leaning and a tiny bit of left-leaning on a few issues.
Yeah.
And so we both fall in that just slightly right of perfect center, but we're really close to the full centrist. And so we take a lot of crap from both sides, and that's just how it's done. And I don't care what people believe as long as they treat me with respect.
Exactly.
That's my bottom line. And if they start acting like a bigot, I'm going to sit there and bash them out and knock them down and tell them they're a bigot every 6 ways to Sunday. And every so often, Ben shows up on the post going, yeah, she's right, basically. And that's it. It's just a smack of watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
This is Black Frieza, by the way.
Okay, so it's basically the same, only with the color palette change.
Yep. And apparently he's stronger than most of the gods.
Right.
And he had the chance to kill Goku and Vegeta, and he just passed it up.
But where does it end? If they get stronger every time, at what point they just destroy the universe? End of the series? What?
That's the biggest issue.
That is the problem with making bigger bads that are just too untouchable. That is the problem they had, as much as I loved it, when they did Doomsday and the Death and Return of Superman, is they made Doomsday so much larger than life that his appearance basically almost ruined every comic he was in, even though he was an amazing villain at the same time, because they made him larger than life. They made him hard to actually have a legitimate fight against. And there's a balance point where you want intimidating bad guys, but you want them to be failable enough that it makes sense that they could be defeated also, that it doesn't end up coming off as the Mary and Gary Stews and Sue to try to defeat them. So it's a delicate balance, I think, in writing really good superheroes and villains.
Oh yeah, and if I'm being honest, as much as I love Dragon Ball, the series should have ended by now. Because they're running into that issue where it's because Dragon Ball's always been about power and how you scale up in power, and it's they've gotten to the point where
Mhm.
there's no believable way to keep getting stronger enemies. Because
So
like literally, Goku and Vegeta are on par with the strongest gods in their universe.
is this series made by the same person who started it?
I think Akira Toriyama has a lot of creative input in Dragon Ball Super, but his apprentice,
Oh.
God, what's his name? I'm blanking on his name right now, but he has sort of a student who sort of took over the series, Toyotaro,
Okay.
and he's been taking over the manga, and he's done pretty well. I mean, there's a few things I don't like, but like for the most part, it feels like he's filling in a lot of gaps in the story that I like to see. Because Akira Toriyama, as a creator, he's very forgetful. Like he is notorious for reinventing certain parts of canon because he just doesn't remember them.
Okay. Wow.
And Toyotaro, I think he kind of pays a little more attention to that stuff.
But it's basically turned into this franchise that they can't quit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I love Dragon Ball so much that I'll keep watching and keep reading.
By the way, since I had to mention Maki, I have to mention that both of these drawings, he took part of the character design inspired from me and he sent me these.
I saw those and I was quite distracted by them.
The funny thing about this one is because of the body type he sees in the camera, he did this with me and his co-host Mads, and he assumed her much taller than me. And she's 5'4" and I'm over 5'8".
Looks
Gosh,
great.
you're over 5'8".
Mhm.
It's so strange to think that I'm shorter than you.
So is my husband, technically. By an inch, but yeah.
That's just
And
so
this
weird
one
to
he
me.
combined with me and Dad Man Walking's daughter, and it was actually designed to be the Eagle Warrior Girl, inspired by both of us and our love of animals.
Oh shit.
Cool.
And he actually sent me these as a gift, so
Awesome.
he's a
Fuck
sweetie.
yeah. Hell
These are the
yeah.
people we need to uplift and really work hard with. People who not only have the talent, but have this giant heart and want to do things for people just because they love them and care about them.
So who was the artist?
Makini90 over on Twitter. He's done a lot of amazing stuff. And the pinups I've been working on, he actually did a full set of those too. I've been off and on his channel with doing draw streams, and he's been off and on my channel for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, doing draw streams. So he's just been kind of my buddy drawing with, and he's one of the ones that pushed me to learn how to draw. So
Right. I just
yeah.
followed him. Yeah. Cool.
Hell yes.
he's awesome and very big supporter to a lot of the people in fandom and CG.
Yeah, there's a fun art style.
It's a little bit almost comic and western meets a little bit of the anime and manga,
Yeah,
with
there's
just
a
some
mixture.
crazy thrown in. And oh god, I've got to find the picture. The drawing he did of Batman on one of the streams was fucking amazing. Let me see if I can find it.
I don't know. Like I've seen a couple of things that look like. Is there a manga of Batman going on?
Probably.
I'm not sure. This drawing he did a while back.
Because I could have sworn like I've seen a few things that look like they're doing some superhero stuff in manga, which I think is like I'd like to see that. You know, I'd really like the characters to be the characters again.
Yeah.
You mean,
Oh, there.
You mean from Batman?
Well, just
Yeah.
in general. And
Okay, I don't know which ones of you guys are in the group chat here for Ben's group, but I'll share with him one of the pictures I can find of the Batman offhand, and he can share it if he wants. This is what I was talking about. Maki's drawing. He just did this on stream while he was talking with a bunch of the Rogue and Phantom guys, and it is fucking amazing work. It should be in the group chat now, Ben.
The Batman.
I keep telling him he needs to do a comic the way he draws. I keep telling him he needs to do a comic. He's so amazing.
He's not doing a comic?
Not yet. He does like custom drawings and stuff and merch shop and stuff like that, but he's not on a comic yet. I keep trying to convince him to do one. That's his drawing he did of Batman.
Damn.
Yeah. Nice.
He's amazing. He's the real thing, both talent and heart. And still very humble, actually.
He needs to be working.
He needs more commissions and nothing else because he deserves to have his work out there.
I will definitely, once I get some cash together, I will definitely commission him for some Outlaw Knights work.
If nothing else, get him do some posters and variant covers and stuff, right?
Because this style is exactly like the kind of style that I want for Outlaw Knights.
Like I said, he is a badass, and he is the one who was helping me through when I was going through the tremors and shakes and trying to figure out how to draw. He pushed me to keep working and learning. So yes, I may have a very retro kind of simple drawing style, but he is the reason I could do even this avatar. It's because he helped push me and helped me learn.
Those are the best.
So I have to brag him up a bit because we need more people like him in these communities.
Lola was actually the person where there was a point where I was honestly tempted to kind of give up, and Lola talked me out of it.
Oh, wow.
Lola's got a big heart. Lola is the one who sent me this big mushy poem about how Dad's still watching over me when I found out he passed away.
I must
She's
say,
got a big heart.
I must say that in this network of CG, I think we're all part of that, right?
Yeah.
I don't really see any jealousy or people trying to undermine people.
It's not as common. I will say I have experienced a few of them. But I'll leave it at some people are crazy no matter which community they try to jump into.
Sure,
and
sure.
Every group will get our nuts no matter how good we are overall.
Yeah, but
overall, as a general, it's a really good community. And
yeah.
as you know, trying to learn all this stuff, because I am determined to learn all this and make comics about the cultural side and do the things about the female braves and stuff like that. And I've never had anything but support from all these people they say are misogynistic racists. As I'm telling them, I want to make stories about the female braves that were in the history of my tribe. And they're like, cool, that'd be awesome. What do you need to learn still? It's like, as long as the story's written well, who cares who it's about? And if your stories, if your inspiration leads to minority and women, then that's fine. It's shoehorning them in. It's race swaps. It's pushing it just for a political agenda. That's the problem. And these are the people who don't get it. A lot of us who are in those communities, it offends us to be given these hand-me-downs, but we want our stories told.
Right. Yes.
But aren't you happy to have a female brave fighting the Predator?
No. Look, I know that movie has not hit as many of the Mary Sue stuff to most people who've watched it as a lot of them, but I've also had a lot of friends who are from different tribes, including Comanche, which is the language they use for it, send me clips because they were pissed at how wrong they got the native stuff and how many tribes they mixed together. So, no, if you're going to do it, do your research. And if you're going to mix tribes, actually talk about those people being mixed race and being of mixed lineage. Don't just mix the tribes because you don't know the fucking difference. Sorry.
But representation.
You mean
representation.
representation like Echo, where they made the Hispanic named girl act like a inner city black girl with a drunken criminal father, and then say, "Oh, it's representation of natives," and doesn't have anything native to do with it, and then cited, "Oh yeah, it's native" by employing several natives to do bitch work on the crew, and then list them in the credits by which reservation they were gotten from, like they're collecting people for bitch work. Yeah, fuck you, Disney.
Oh, you can't say that though. Disney's watching.
Fuck Disney. Duck Fisney.
Disney knows all. Disney sees all.
And they're racist as fuck. I mean,
yeah. There's so much bullshit going on, man. I don't get it. If you just let people make whatever they want to make and buy whatever they want to buy, then you get your diversity. Then you get everything.
Real talk, by the way. Why is it that every time that in the last 10 years that Marvel or Disney tries to do a native character, it has a Hispanic name and mostly black culture and inner city stuff? It's like they have no fucking clue who natives are.
I think
it's like, aren't those Hispanic people who came across the border? It's like, no, those Hispanic people who came across the border are the descendants of the Spanish invaders who came here just before the rest of Europe. Let's get that straight. We're not the same.
I think a lot of it is due to the fact that they've in the new cultural standards, they've made it to where it's like if you show a native person in traditional garb, it's viewed as like a caricature. And so it's like they're like, oh well, what do we do? Let's try to kind of make them seem multicultural or whatever.
Look, the traditional garb is a lot less caricature than what they tried to do with that native Captain America that looked like they badly mixed together like 30 tribes symbols and made a really shitty drawing of it and made the guy look like he was too stupid to know how to sew. I mean,
well, Captain America is an insensitive, racist white man, and
good. I mean,
he gave the shield to Falcon, not realizing that that's scarring to pass on the mantle.
See, I never got that whole mantle pass anyways, and all these people going, yes, Falcon saves him. He was one of the very first truly unique, stand on his own black superheroes in comics, and now they've made him a carbon copy of something that already existed. How is that an upgrade?
Well, also, I just feel like the Winter Soldier really needed to become the new Captain America.
It made more sense. He had the genetic experimentation done to him. He had the same training. He had that same experiences. He made more sense for the part. Whereas Falcon is badass on his own and should have had a movie where he wasn't just a sidekick.
And also, the Winter Soldier, with his history and everything, it's like if he continues to go by the moniker the Winter Soldier, people are going to associate that like, oh shit, isn't that the Hydra assassin? It's like it would make sense for him to take on a new mantle to try to redeem himself.
And it made sense. And the thing is, it would have actually been more honoring. Look, I'm one of those, I happen to think, if you have really good characters that are really good representation, that stand alone, let them fucking stand alone and don't try to make them into something new. The same goes to the old X-Men characters. Same goes for Storm in that. Storm was great as she was, but why does every new black superhero have to have lightning powers and have to be half clone of Storm?
That is true. There is a pattern there.
It's like just because she was successful doesn't mean you have to make every other one like her. I mean, hello?
Yeah.
So,
Happy birthday, Ben.
Thank you.
Hey, Ben knows. He knows when I come on, we rant together. And he keeps saying things to get me ranting. He does this on purpose.
Sure.
I just like to play devil's advocate. I like to try to get in the mind of my enemies.
I tried that once, but I couldn't see because, you can't see through your stomach, so.
Because I really don't, I feel like a lot of the problem with modern social commentary is that it's incredibly shallow. There's no nuance. There's no thinking it through.
Let's take this to Ben's roots here, since it's his birthday. What culture background do you know you're from, if you know?
I am mostly French, with Cajun French.
Okay, you're a frog with a little bit of some voodoo mixed in. Got it. I mean,
yeah. But see, with the color of my skin, though, I can't claim voodoo because
voodoo running from my mother. Hey, you know what? Skin tone don't mean shit. Doesn't mean you don't have the blood. Look at me. I'm card carrying Sue, and I'm fucking. No, I mean.
Oh Lord. Thank you, Chris.
If that's your heritage, I make the joke frog, okay? And hi, Chris. I grew up in a culture where I grew up with the Williams and Reed philosophy. You make everybody the same by making fun of everybody.
Yeah.
That was the philosophy I grew up in. So I grew up in that. But let's be serious about this. I don't know French culture that much. It's one of those I haven't actually studied as much as others. I have some in me, but it was never something I felt kind of drawn towards. I'm a little from the fur trappers mixing in with the natives while we were scalping each other. I mean, little, but it's there. But I've never really studied it much. So I can't sit here and, start ringing off the religion and culture that was historical to them and stuff like that to them. But there is nothing wrong with him knowing that, with him celebrating that, with him loving his heritage, just like it would be for anyone else. Ethnic is not derivative of minority. Ethnic means your background, your culture, your race, your heritage. Whoever you are, whatever race, whatever culture, whatever tribe from the globe you are, be it the whitest white to the blackest black, you should be allowed to celebrate the good that's accomplished in your heritage and understand your roots without being shamed for it.
Yeah. I still laugh my butt off whenever I watch that Disney movie of The Princess and the Frog. Funniest thing. Like, they took every New Orleans stereotype.
Oh, no. That movie, I think, was in the same parallel with absolute cultural and racial stereotyping as fucking Pocahontas was. And they didn't do that right by any stretch of the imagination. And it's a fucking, they're both a fucking joke.
The Creole voodoo witch doctor has my last name with 2 letters changed.
Oh God, I didn't know that part.
Are you talking about the cartoon?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
The one with Princess Tiana.
And the thing is, okay, the reason I've been recommending
doctor's name is
a specific. Remember what I recommended to you? Do you remember what I recommended to you to watch about Rumble? The special came out a few years back. It's called Rumble, the Indians Who Rock the World. It's about the different Native tribes' involvement in musical history. It goes into the darker skinned tribes in the South, in Louisiana, in Mardi Gras, and their roots behind that culture. It goes into the real Mardi Gras behind all of the fake stuff in front. It goes into the natives in that area who passed themselves off as part of the Black and Creole culture because they were darker and it was less likely to get you killed or persecuted being Black than it was Native in that area at the time. It goes into all that stuff, and it's really historically accurate without actually just saying this race is horrible, this race is horrible, And it's something that I liked because I also got to see some of that side of the Southern Native and Black traditions and how a lot of the white culture intermixed with them and stuff and how they became what they were from somebody who didn't get to grow up in that edge.
Yeah. I can dig it. But Chris brings up a good question. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
That line right there. Did the people not realize that line was as big as racial stereotyping as you could get? Blue corn moon, for fuck's sakes. And take a really corny ass maze joke and basically call us moon worshippers, which only a couple tribes ever were. And then that's a real indication of Native culture. Wow. Sorry.
Oh Lordy.
I told you I'm on hormone therapy. I'm bitchier than normal. But I had to be here for you either way. Happy birthday, whoop-dee-doo, whoop-dee-doo.
Oh, so yeah, you know. So Dave, when's Perfect 10 coming out?
I hope we can print it in 2 weeks,
Nice.
and then I'll have it probably within that week, and hopefully we can start shipping things out.
That sounds good.
I've always known your main character. Like I recognize your main character always.
I've got to get more because when you did the first one, I got the multi-pack with several books in it and gave them out to people locally here
really?
to get them in it. Yes. But then all this stuff happened to me and my family, and I haven't been able to back anything in a while because I've been helping pay for and fund things for my mother. So it's like been completely lacking on it. It's like I want to read the others. I want to get into them, but at the same time, I still need to raise about $8,000 more for mom yet for all the stuff for losing dad and paying for the house. So, you know.
Yeah, now you have this with the economy is kinda.
Well,
we don't really know where things are heading, but maybe in a few months that comics aren't really high on the priority list for most people, you know. So
yeah. Well, unfortunately for me, it's like, and I'm going, okay, he's got another campaign. I'll catch him up. I've got a few dollars here, and then we lost dad in April, and my parents were both disabled. My mom's trying to deal with the house on her own and trying to repair things and rebuild the ramp and stuff. And I have raised, spent, and used probably about $12,000 so far trying to help her deal with all the funeral bills and the housework and stuff. And I'm still having to do more. So it's like nothing, but it's what's more important, you know? And I love comics and I love my community every bit I can get, but I gotta keep mom functional in the house, you know?
Yeah, of course.
But it drives me nuts because every time I want to back something fucking happens and I'm like, oh, I want the bucks.
That's happened with me where like I haven't been able to back anything in probably 2 years because I've been like most of my money just goes into Outlaw Nights or into my survival.
That's the other part. Every spare bit I've gotten the last couple of years has gone into working on producing the Eagle books, working on the photography, and working on getting all the pinups drawn by people and starting to color them myself to finish the pinup book, which is, I told you, it's planned to be a big, massive book, and every pinup in it's going to be colorized by me. So, I mean, I do it by hand. It's a lot of work, you know? So it's a constant, there goes my money, you know? But it's worth it because it's something I believe in. And when I can finally get it done, I'll be able to push this out and put it up on these sites where they auto sale it for me and get half or more of every sale going straight to veterans charities to help people in need. So it's a lot of work, but it'll be worth it when it gets done.
That's the way to do it. Lordy. Good stuff. Trying to think of what else to share.
Yeah.
What do you love? What are you interested in? I keep trying to get you to talk about things connected to you, and you go give me like 3-word answers.
I really am interested in Outlaw Nights. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a book written by a very handsome gentleman.
The book written by the crazed lunatic, and the book I have in the other room, the first copy of. You want me to bring it in here so I can show off that I actually backed you?
Sure.
One sec here.
I actually went out with I actually sort of had a semi-date with a girl last night, and I showed her the comic, and it was a good chance to just brag on myself.
Right. Right. You want to impress the ladies by telling them you are the author of Outlaw Nights.
Exactly.
Yes.
What is but I don't quite know the story of Perfect 10. What is it?
It's about a so Perfect 10 is not really the name of the character. She's called 10 because she is the 10th creation in a project called the Perfection Program, and this program is meant to create artificial humans. They're not really human. There are artificial metahumans to kill superpowered criminals. So to go beyond the justice system. So you have superheroes that everyone knows, but there is this program that takes care of super criminals behind the scenes, right? And 10 is part of that, but something happens and she's taken out of this program and she doesn't want to do that anymore. But the villains want her dead. So the villains killed all the synthoids. She's called a synthoid. All the synthoids. So 1 through 9 are killed. She's the last one, and they want her dead also. So it's kind of like John Wick. If John Wick was this girl, and all the assassins were like super villains, you know.
I love that. Like, I love stories around like people who've been like genetically enhanced or genetically engineered.
Right.
Like, that's one of my weak points.
Okay,
Like,
so I got you there.
About that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. I got one.
That's what originally drew me into Captain America and stuff. It wasn't
right.
just like the patriotism angle. It was the idea he was this artificially enhanced person.
Yes. And these first movies, man, the first phase of this Marvel universe, they did it so well with translating that to the big screen. With Captain America, it couldn't have been done any better, I think. It's a phenomenal movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like phase 1 of Marvel was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Just because like everything was done to a T.
Yeah, they really cared.
Phase 2 was good, but it wasn't like spectacular.
So what's officially phase 2? Is that after the first Avenger movie?
Yeah. Like,
right.
That was when they started building up. That's when they built up to Age of Ultron.
And now I feel bad because I just went through that and realized that it's in the box that's at my mom's house, not the one here.
Oh
no.
Good.
But I did find one thing to at least support a bit.
Hey! Awesome.
The one I kept.
Yes, excellent.
We were just talking about the story. Like,
thank you so much for supporting. Yeah.
Look at that.
It still blows my mind to see my own book at other people.
You think that's bad?
Around the planet, you know.
I'm nothing. I'm this little middle-aged housewife, and I've got 2 books in there.
And this is why
I did the colors on the cover with Vic King drawing them. And I'm sitting there looking at it going, my work printed.
Yeah, that's amazing, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, you're not a nothing.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you, Fade. God bless
Fade.
I swear half the time I don't feel like I'm going to succeed at any of this shit. I just do things because I believe in it, and what the fuck else am I going to do as a disabled chick? I mean...
Well, I'll tell you, like, I think pretty much every creative feels that at some point.
But I did do this.
Ooh.
Like, I'll tell you, there's times where I feel like, oh shit, I don't think I'm gonna go anywhere with what I'm doing. But it's like, I think that's kind of a normal feeling.
Yeah. Yes. Look, man, it's the people that stick to it that will. I think there are many people who want to make comic books or.
I'm just throwing up some random eye candy.
Yeah, nice.
That's what I do. As I do pinups.
Till Valhalla project. That's pretty cool.
Let me
Great
see
calls.
here. Let's see.
Uh-oh. You
This
got
is
an
what
award winner.
This is what I do. Is this crazy stuff? You know.
Oh, nice. Do you color that with pencil?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's pencil drawn, inked out with pen, and then colored with a mix of different pencils, including Prisma for the skin tones.
Right. Yes. Very cool. Not many people can actually do that.
I can't do
with-
digital to save my life, but I can do this
Yes.
stuff.
Mhm.
So I guess I'm a little backwards. And then there is this. You remember Lakem?
Who?
Lakem, he's one of the artists that was hanging around the community for a while, still shows up every so often. He's the
I
one
don't
that did the drawing of this. I did the
Oh.
color work. It's me as a bomber chick.
Okay. Cool.
Oh no, my husband's here. What do you need, hon? What's Ornery doing? Give me the cat.
Oh no. She says,
me the
oh no,
kitty."
Martha there.
Give me Sass Bucket. Come here, girlie. Let him do stuff. Come on.
Chris is a fan of your Prisma colors.
Thank
He's also a fan of your cat.
you.
Oh, she's cute.
And evil, aren't you, Ornery?
Ornery?
Ornery.
Ornery. Okay.
Mm-hmm. My niece actually named her back before I got to bring her home, because she's from very particular breeds that are very picky about their humans. So she's very finicky and doesn't like anybody but her closest humans touching her.
Right.
And when she was a baby, when she was about 3 days old, and I met her when her eyes were closed, she picked me. Really picked me.
Yeah.
And so she was a mean, ornery little cuss to everyone else in the house for the next 2 months till I could come get her after she was weaned.
Right. Nice. Yeah, we have a feline
Yeah.
member of the house also. And
Where-
it's his birthday today.
Oh, damn.
So Ben's a pussy. I mean,
I'm a Leo.
Leo.
I
alright.
don't even know signs. I have no idea what mine would be.
Leo's, their star sign, their star is the sun.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know
that's
what those are. I don't know what
And-
those are. I don't know mine.
Leos believe that the universe revolves around them.
Well, that they got right about you. Like I said, I don't know signs. I wouldn't have any idea which one I am.
When were you born?
On the anniversary of Wounded Knee, December 29th.
Oh shit, you're a Pisces. That makes so much sense.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
That makes so much sense.
I am the survivor line born on the anniversary of the massacre, so I have no idea. I'm more interested in the fact that it had to be that day that me and my cousins from the survivor line were born on than I was about signs and stars.
Right.
I don't believe in like the daily horoscope stuff. I think that's silly, but I do notice a weird correlation between personality traits and star signs.
That might partly have something to do with the.
How can star signs?
I was gonna say that might actually have more to do
determine
with
personality.
the climate around people during birth, because weather does impact how you develop as a person and how your brain grows.
All right.
So there is that.
But I prefer
My brain was frozen as a child. That's why I'm so fucked up. I mean, I was born in the mountains in the end of December. The first month I was born, Mom said it was -40 to -50 something every day.
Oh.
So I was frozen.
Shit.
Yeah, I was. It was an I.
I'll tell you, like, I have 2 dogs at my parents' house, and but like I think the next pet I should get is a kinkajou.
A Pikachu?
A kinkajou.
Oh. What's that?
It's a weird little animal from South America that looks like a combination of a rodent and a monkey.
Okay.
And they're like I saw a thing about them recently, and I was just like I think they're great, and I don't know why more people don't know.
Oh my God, Chris!
That is a kinkajou.
Okay. So people have these as pets.
I think some people do. I don't think it's legal in the United States, or it might not be. I don't know. But yeah, it's weird. Like they look like little rodent guys, but they have prehensile monkey tails, and they climb around and they eat fruit.
Yeah, they remind me a little bit of Maki. Makis. Do you know, what's the English name?
I think I've heard of those.
I don't know the English name for it.
A Maki.
You have these ring-tailed Makis.
Let me see.
All right. I'm heading to bed soon, man. It's 20 past midnight for me.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, I can keep him entertained or at least annoyed. I mean,
I bet you can. Yeah.
I'll leave you with one fun, a little thing to look at here if I can dig it out. Because I had to say, cultural stuff.
Oh, lemur. Yeah. Lemur. What is that? Oh, Pocahontas.
No.
Not? Oh, sorry.
No. Actually, the clothing type is wrong, and it was actually drawn after my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Although that fact that everyone keeps thinking that as soon as they see the native dress does kind of crack me up a little.
Oh, man. I messed up there.
You're fine. It takes a lot to offend me. And one more thing. Remember that Scott Campbell did his Black Cat Challenge? And I did do one of them during it.
Oh. Right. Yes. Yes. It has the Scott Campbell waist, hips.
Except for I actually expanded her boobs and butt when I did the version of it.
Yes. Nice.
Because I'm all about, as I say it, the big boob representation.
Of course, we need more of that.
Boobs.
No complaints here.
But yeah, Dave, thank you so much for coming on, man. You're welcome back anytime you want.
Yeah, man. Enjoy your birthday. And Eagle, see you soon. See you around. Chat. Have a nice Sunday. Bye-bye, guys.
See you later, bud.
You staying out of trouble there, Ben?
I mean, I can't get into a hell of a lot of trouble. I don't have a social life at the moment. Yeah, I actually knew somebody who had sugar gliders back in the day. They're fun. A lemur. Is that a...
Mm-hmm.
Are lemurs like
Lemurs are technically related to the primate family. They're the ones with the long tails that look kind of weird.
When I worked at the zoo, there were lemurs that, like, at 4:00 p.m. every day, they made the most ungodly demonic noises I've ever heard a creature make.
I don't know. I still think the worst noises I've heard from creatures, and I've heard a lot of animals, are peacocks. They sound like a rooster crowing through a police siren.
Yeah, I used to be freaked out by peacocks until a peacock
they don't freak me out. They just hurt my head.
They freaked me out.
It's like, and then there was going down to Blank Park where I hang out a lot of the time with the zoo stuff for my photos. The Australia exhibit's open, and I watch the black swans rob strollers all the time and steal teething biscuits.
I don't trust swans.
Oh, I do. But no, here's the thing. Mute swans are really aggressive. But once they love you, they will do anything to protect you. Black swans are kind of mid-ground. Trumpeters are really docile.
Okay.
Trumpeters are the ones that are naturally wild where I live here. They're also the rarest swan in the world right now. They've only got a few thousand population. And I go photograph them, and they are really docile and peaceful, and you can walk up next to them as they're sleeping, and they'll just sit there and let you photograph them. I've got pictures I took where there's like whole flocks of them flying around me, and I love them. The mute swans are one of those that's kind of interesting because they are really aggressive, and they will literally bite the hand that feeds you. And I actually watched a couple of them rob a couple one time. And by that, I mean, literally one went in front, started dancing around in front of them. And as they were watching it, the other one came up behind and bit the guy in the ass and ripped the food out of his hand.
I don't trust swans.
But there's a little context to this. The local cemetery actually has ones that they keep there on grounds for the events for the families. And they've been there a long time. And I go and I photograph them, and I catalog the babies and the growth of them and everything every year. The first summer I was doing that, a big storm hit in the middle of the night. And I decided I need to go check on them because this is a very small pond that's fenced in, right?
Yeah.
I get there, and one of the trees had fallen and broken part of the fence where it connects to the river that comes into the pond. And it was just open enough where the fence broke that the babies had gotten out and mom couldn't get out to them.
Oh.
And so she was sitting there screaming and crying. She was literally bawling. So in the middle of the freaking night in the storm, I went and tracked down the babies and got back in the fence. And then took parts of the tree that had fallen and broken and sat there and pinned down the fencing and tied it to it and stuff, and then reported it in for them to fix. And ever since then, when I go to this family over there, they are hyper affectionate to me. They come up to the fence and sing to me, and they'll bite at people if they try to come up close to me while I'm talking, visiting.
Damn.
And so once I saved the babies, that's it. Ever since then, for the last 4 years, no, they treat me like family. They love me, you know? And so it's you got to earn their trust. I'm sitting there taking pictures of them as they're cooing at me and singing to me and stuff. And this woman comes up and starts going, "Oh, that's so cute." And starts to reach over, and the dad reached up and snaps her hand as she's reaching over the fence. And, oh, why are they nice to you? You have to earn their trust, woman. It's like,
Birds are
it's like
evil.
these people who think that animals are just going to instantly like them. It's like, that's not how it works with most people. I mean, animals like me more than most people, and I don't do that shit because I know that's not how it works, you know?
Birds are evil. That's the bottom line.
Do remember that I'm the eagle girl.
Birds are evil.
I spend my majority of my time tracking and cataloging and keeping track of and helping protect eagles. I am now up to 130 nests I'm helping watch and keep track of. And I report this in for conservation care and for protection.
If birds had a human face, they would have the face of Wellington, who is currently on the screen.
You do realize that in my culture, eagles are considered guardian angels and pure.
I can see that.
And so I go to these places, though, and the eagles are fine with me. They'll fly over and sit next to me, and I'll photograph them and stuff. And other people will walk up, and they'll fly away. It's like, well, these are eagles where I've been watching the nests or interacting with them for months or years. And these people think that, oh, they like her, they must like me too. It's like, that's not how that works. You have to earn it, you know? Like, there's dumb as the idiot tourists who think they're going to go out and pet the fluffy cows or maybe pet the stink squirrel or something, you know?
Well, I think people should be able to pet tigers and lions and snow leopards.
You do realize that's part of how several people have died, was trying to get out and get close to the tigers in the drive-through parks.
Yes. Those are my kin. So, you know.
Dumbasses. Got it. I mean,
No, I'm talking about the tigers and the lions.
I know,
Those
I'm
are
giving
my
you
kin.
shit. I'm giving you shit. There's one tiger I love, Misha, who is the one they have left over at Blank Park. Her spouse died a couple of years ago. She's quite an old, getting arthritic tiger they have there. But I go over and visit and photograph her all the time, and I'll sit there and at the edge of the glass barrier photographing her while she's eating, when they feed her and stuff. And it's to the point now she comes over and rubs on the glass while I'm photographing her because she's used to me.
Oh,
I like
really?
animals. What can I tell you? I like them better than people. I mean,
I do too.
I'm a mountain girl. I like the animals. I'm not so sure about the people. I mean,
When I was a kid at our zoo, there was our zoo made history because we had the first jaguar triplets ever born. It was jaguars were all thought to only give birth to 1 to 2 cubs at a time, and ours gave birth to 3. And I went as a little kid to see them, and the mom tried to bite me through the glass.
okay. So here's a
That's right.
question for you. Which animals would you say you think are the either coolest or cutest?
The coolest animals, it's a toss-up between lions and tigers. The cutest, that's hard because there's a lot of animals I think are very cute.
I think my favorite cute animal outside of, more normal pet animals or ones that I see every day are definitely the red pandas.
They are.
I fucking love them. They're so adorable.
Baby pandas in general, baby giant pandas, are the best.
No, they're cute too. But there's something about the red pandas because it's almost like you cross a raccoon, a fox, and a panda into one.
Yep.
And they're so freaking cute.
Lordy, lordy. You know what's cute? Wellington. Isn't he cute?
Mm-mm.
Look at how precious he is.
Mm-mm.
I love how psychotic he looks in this cover. Of course, my favorite character in Outlaw Nights is Ivory. Ivory is the man.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited now. I'm hearing typing. I'm hearing the typing. Where is that effing thing? Here we go. Yeah. Ivory. That is a man. That is a man, my friends. Uh-oh, private chat. But yeah, Ivory, Captain of Hazard.
Just back him. He's a birthday boy, for fuck's sakes. I mean,
But that's Ivory, the Captain of Hazard, and he's quite a handsome fellow.
yeah, definitely doesn't take after you. I mean,
If I were a homosexual, this would be at the top of my list.
So many smart ass comments.
It's Ivory. It's the Ivory, Rosetta. The Ivory. I'm assuming you're being silent because you're in just such shock and awe.
Which would you rather have, silent or screaming?
I mean, if you want to scream for Ivory, I would not blame you. Well, it is about that time. I think we've both kind of run out of steam. But I want to thank everybody who came out and, you know, all the well wishes and the views and the comments. I appreciate all of y'all to death. And
Hopefully not literally.
We are going to be back on Thursday, the usual time. And, you know, I want to find specific topics to focus these streams on. Nothing's interesting me right now in pop culture. It's a dumpster fire.
I'll send you some interesting stuff that's on the indie side and outside of pop culture over the next few days.
We probably should focus in more on
fuck whining about how sucky the mainstream is. Let's start actually talking about all the people we like, including big or small YouTubers we think are actually interesting people and stuff like that.
I agree. I have to admit that I don't watch too many YouTubers at the moment. I mostly watch like EFAP with Mahler in them.
Mm-hmm.
I really like EFAP. But yeah, I am probably going to be getting ready to hang out with my family for a bit. But Rosetta, where can we find you?
You can go over and to look for Eagle Rider on YouTube here, and you'll just find the busty girl on an eagle back just below the motorcycle company. Otherwise, Rose M Queen 1 over on Twitter if you want to just watch me slap the shit out of trolls and idiots and bigots.
Yes. And of course, I am Ben, aka the Fuse Box. You can find me on Twitter at Knights Outlaw with an N, not a K, and also on Instagram at Outlaw Knights. And you can also now find me on Facebook under my real name, Ben Fuselier, Fuselier. And you can always find me here on Fusebox Engaged every week, Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. And yes, thank you so much, everybody. I love you all, and we will talk to you all later.